What's up everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be preparing my Eagle lawnmower for its very first mow session of the year. This includes sharpening the blade by using an angle grinder, so stay tuned for that, and also going underneath there and cleaning all the gunk out from last year. By taking these steps, I'm going to get a cleaner cut and a healthier lawn, so let's go. Alright, first things first, let's get in there and clean everything up. And by doing this step, it's pretty much opening everything up, allowing more air to flow in. For mine, it's not that dirty. Maybe after a very busy season last year, there could be more gunk than this. Going in every spring and just checking is a good step to take. Also, I'm using a plastic spatula, a little, I think this is probably 1.5 inches, and then probably 2 inches spatula. I'm doing this only because I don't want to scratch the mower deck too much. Just trying to take care of my stuff a little bit, but either way, just go in there and get everything out. Okay, like I said, it wasn't too bad. Just getting in there, trying to get the little chunks out of there, but overall, a pretty clean mower deck. So let's go on to the next step and let's get these blades out of here. Now, make sure that you either take a picture on how to assemble your blades. Luckily, on the Eagle lawnmower blades, they do have a sign or lettering that says this side facing grass. Pretty simple to put it back together, but in case your blades doesn't have it, make sure you take a picture, label it, or something. All right, so the next step is to remove the lawn blades. Now, if you have a screwdriver, this will help you out. These Eagle lawnmowers are designed where you don't need a wood block or anything like that, but if you don't have that, go ahead and use a wood block and place it where you would, so you have some leverage to turn these, to remove these nuts. And I'm gonna be using a torque wrench. I like to follow the manual and the recommended pounds for the torque settings, and so I'm going to be removing it with a torque wrench. I'm going to be using a 17mm for the outer ones, and then I'm going to be using a 14mm for the main one. All right, so we got the outer nuts off first. Now let's move on to the middle nut, and I'm going to be using a 14, not a 17. I'm going to be using a 14mm socket to go ahead and remove the middle one. So just quickly, these are mulching blades, the one that I have on the bottom facing the grass, and on top I have the upper blade. I like to mulch my lawn during the hot summer months, so that's how I have my setup, where the mulching blade is on the bottom and then I have the upper blade sitting right on top. It's going to be really hard to tell, but as you can see, it just needs a little bit of sharpening on this end as well as the other side. It's not too bad. Okay, so the next step is to sharpen my blades. I'm going to be using an angle grinder. You absolutely don't need one. In fact, there are other ways that you can sharpen your lawn blades much easier, but this is the fastest way to do it, and so let's go. Okay, that's it. You can tell that it has a nice smooth edge to it. We're gonna balance it at the end to make sure that it balances, but let's go to the next side. All right, so we're done sharpening the blades, and the last step is just to put it back together. And I really do hope that I get a cleaner cut this upcoming season. As you saw, we sharpened the blades. We also balanced them to make sure that one side is not cut too much and they're not gonna create some type of vibration when the lawnmower is running. So it's important to do both things, not only sharpen it, but also balance them at the end. All right, but let's put these back. All right, cool. The blades are in, they're properly tightened, and the next step is to put the battery in and go for a test run. I want to make sure that the height setting for my mower is at probably 3 inches tall. Don't want to be cutting too low so early in the spring season. Make sure everything looks good. Battery power is good. Oh yeah. I do like the LED lights here on this Eagle lawnmower. Looks very neat, very clean. Height setting is at 3 inches. That is what I'm gonna be cutting at early in the spring. All right, so as you saw, taking the time to sharpen your blade, taking the time to clean underneath the mower deck. It's very important steps that you should be taking before your first mow of the season. I know it might be a little tedious to get in there and, you know, take out the nuts and everything, but it's worth it. Your lawn will thank you for it. It will be a cleaner cut, a healthier lawn. The next video will be the very first mow session of the season. If you guys wanna follow along for a full lawn transformation, go ahead and follow, subscribe, peace.